bro. Gang mentality, what up. Man, death and destruction is a bad thing, for real. Nobody likes that. You don't want to be a witness to anything like that. You know what I mean? So to see what's happening in the Middle East is a really sad thing, you know? Bad. On both sides, actually, you know? But then you got to break it down and find the root causes as to why this is happening. And then you get to understand the reality on the ground, you know? So I heard the Israeli ambassador to Ireland, is it, or to the UK? She said something to the fact that she was horrified that her country was occupied for hours by terrorists, for hours, right? From terrorists. I'm thinking, as I'm watching this, I'm thinking, oh my goodness, you are horrified at your country being occupied for hours by terrorists. Now imagine your country being occupied for decades by settlers. I mean, do you see what I see, or you don't see what I see? You know? Why is it okay for you to occupy someone's land for decades, but no one else, or someone else? It's not okay for anyone else to occupy your country for hours, not even a day. Do you see the hypocrisy there? So before you can come out and blame someone or claim, or what's the name? Before you can actually come out and actually push the blame onto someone else, take responsibility for your own actions, that of your fellow countrymen, that of your leaders, you know? Stand up and say, guys, yeah, we are wrong. Because the root cause of the fighting that's going on right now is because of the illegal occupation of Palestine by European Zionist settlers. And for almost 20 years, Israel has known peace. For almost 20 years. Random gun attacks here, random knife attacks here, you know? But for 20 years, it's been peaceful for them. But on the Palestinian side, oh my goodness, it's been like horror, day in, day out, every single day. This fighting going on. They've been pushed. The mosques been bombed. They just been treated like second-class citizens. You can't compare. Even now, when you're looking at the videos of Hamas fighters going into Israel, right? You can actually see that these people are using homemade equipment. You know, it's not even military equipment like what Israel is doing. You know, if you look at the way, the way Hamas is, even the rockets they use, it doesn't even. I mean, it's bad. Like I'm saying, death and destruction is bad, no matter who's doing it, right? But you can't compare the damage done by a Hamas rocket. Compare that to an Israeli missile. I mean, Israel is basically flattening neighborhoods. They're flattening buildings. I mean, I didn't see one incident where a Palestinian an entire Israeli neighborhood. I haven't seen that, you know. But then they want to make as if these people are coming with heavy artillery and stuff like that, and it's not even true. Yet they are the ones who are giving the heavy artillery. You know what I mean? Now this is totally unfair. This is totally unfair. I'm hoping and praying that at some point, sooner rather than later, I'm hoping that some superpower either gets directly involved or uses this so as a principle against the US and Israel, because what they're doing now is blatant racism, blatant white superiority. It's just blatant human rights destruction on all levels. You cannot condone this type of behavior. I mean, you got two nuclear superpowers going up against an armed and unarmed people who don't even have weapons of military grade, and they're using homemade. Then come on, you know, it just doesn't make sense at all. People have to stop that. You know what I mean? They have to really make sure that lives are all. The people's lives are like more important than anyone's lives. You know, it's not like one person's life is actually more valuable than anyone's life, but the way they're treating it is almost like it's almost like the Palestinians don't exist, you know? Even when they're talking about peace in the Middle East, right? They're not talking about peace with the Palestinians. peace with other countries. So how does that even make sense? You know, how does that even make sense? You tell me. How does that make sense? The people you are at war with, you don't talk to them. You don't want peace with them directly. You want peace. You want peace with your neighbors. So you basically leapfrogging the Palestinians